In order to service the gear pump, we have several parts here which need to be replaced. They're listed on the service kit here, and these are the parts that are included in the service kit. First thing to do is to remove the 6 bolts which are holding the gear pump together. So we'll remove those. So once you've removed all of the bolts, then the pump should just split apart. This shows the internals, where the gears are. There's the middle plate. The middle plate contains the 2 dowel pins to hold it together, and then we have the opposite end plate as well. First thing we're going to do is to remove the key from the keyway and the circlip. So we can do that. If you get pliers onto the key and pull this out, make sure you don't lose that. It's very important. It's our key. And then we will remove the circlip which is holding the seals in. Again, make sure you don't lose this. The small circlip actually comes in the kit of parts. So the small circlip is here shown number 5 on the drawing. Once we've removed the key and the circlip, the shaft should just push straight through. So you can remove the shaft with the gear on, and then the other shaft will come out as well. So we can just pull this out and put the 2 shafts together, and there you can see what we call the figure of 8 wear plate. There's 2 figure of 8 wear plates here, and also shown on the service kit, just here. It's important to know that the figure of 8 wear plate has a shiny side and a dull side. So the dull side is the side that goes against the gears. So here we have the dull side, and the shiny side goes away from the seals. We can then remove the middle plate from the gear pump, which will reveal the second figure of 8 wear plate. Again, this is currently pointing upwards. The dull side is against the gears, and the shiny side goes against the main body. You'll notice that where this comes off, there's a groove in here, and that groove matches with the groove here. The groove that is in the plate matches with the letter D, which is on the opposite side here. The D stands for discharge, and on the opposite side here you'll see the S. So the S side is the suction side, so the inlet side to the gear pump. The D is shown here is the discharge side, so the groove is mating on the discharge side here. And the figure 8 plate always matches with the groove as well. To reassemble, we just put everything back together again. So we take the parts from the service kit and we place them, so shiny side down, so the dull side, making sure that it lines up with the groove, and then we can put the top plate back on again. Lines up. And then we can start to assemble the other side over here. Next, we will remove the seals from the main body. If we turn this over, we can see the Y-clip seal here, There are actually two of these Y-clip seals in the gear pump, as you can see from the service kit drawing. Here they are. We remove the Y-clip seal at the top. Then there is a circlip, which is part number 4. We then have to remove the second circlip, again part number 4, and remove the second Y-clip seal, part number 2. So in this assembly, there's 2 seals and 2 circlips, which have to be removed. So we will remove these from the pump and replace them in exactly the same way. Next, we will put this part of the pump together. So we have the figure of 8 plate here. In order to do this, we need to ensure that the pump is in the right orientation as it came apart. So this is the pump as you're looking from the front of the machine. This is the inlet side, and that is the outlet side. So we've got the outlet side at the bottom, the inlet side at the top, suction down from the tank. And what we will do is we will put the figure of 8 plate on the pump with the groove mounting downwards. So the shiny side goes away from us. So we have a shiny side and we have a grey side, and the groove points downwards. Then we can put the gears together. So we have the gears. We'll replace the small gear into the right hand side and the drive gear on the left hand side. We can then just push this through and the shaft comes through the other side here. What we can do now is put the gear pump back together again. So we will lift up the second part of the body, which actually has the middle plate on there as well. We ensure that the groove, which is in here, and our figure of 8 plate matches with the groove which is in here. So that will then go together. Like that. We can now replace all the 6 bolts. So we'll put those all in, and then we can tighten those back down again. When we tighten the bolts, we do them diagonally. So we just nip them up for one side, and then you go diagonally the opposite side, just loosely, and then diagonally, and then again always go diagonally across ways to ensure that you are putting the gear pump back together again correctly. Once these have been nipped up, you can go around and tighten all of the bolts.
Ready.
Now that we've put the pump together, we can replace the circlip in the groove here. And we can put the key back into the keyway.